Georgia. It's Sunday Night Football on EA Sports. Younghoe Koo to kick off for Atlanta.
The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. Brandon Ayuk returning it. And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
First and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Throwing now, Jackson on first down. Flush to his right and nearly picked off. Surprising to see a defender of his caliber let him get away, but it does get away at second down.
It's now 2nd and 10 at the 25-yard line.
To throw again, Jackson. And his throw here is incomplete.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high power, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout. And that means your offense has to keep pace. Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Result of the play is a turnover on downs.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll look to throw. Sliding out of the pocket. And it's incomplete on the trickeration. Maybe time to put that play on the back burner for a while. That was nearly a disaster.
Well, defensively, you're over there trying to catch your breath and try not to show the offense that you're a little bit fatigued. You're right back out there after the turnover. Now they've got to work towards getting another couple of stops and forcing them into at least a long field goal situation.
And good running, going to get this down close to a first at the Saints 25. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he is going to have a Falcons first down, and comfortably so, as he gets 5 there on 3rd and a yard. Give him 5 yards there, and it's enough for the first. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. Dancing to his left. Letting one go deep for the end zone. And nearly picked it off. He had a chance to come down with that in the end zone, but it'll wind up just being incomplete.
Makes it 2nd
From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Hurts. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 10. And he'll bring it all the way back just a yard or two shy of midfield. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. First play of the drive going for 14 and a first down.
A gain of 14. And a London first down.
And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
At the Falcons, 37-yard.
Now it's Jackson. His throw incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
On 3rd down, Jackson. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And this play comes to a halt at the 33, and obviously that's well short of the 1st down. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now 4th down. And now a timeout defensively by the Falcons. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 1st quarter. Now remember, they were unsuccessful earlier in this 1st quarter. Going for it on 4th. They're going to try a 2nd time. He'll get the 1st down and more inside the 20. And all the way in for the touchdown. A great play there. His 9th touchdown of the season. And the Saints have taken the early lead. People always talk about one of his biggest strengths, running the football, vision, and he found the spot there, went into the end zone.
You're exactly right about that, and wasn't just the vision, right? Once he saw the gap, decisiveness, made up his mind, and about the power to finish the play. Not only did he get good blocking, he created his own space as well.
And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20.
At their own 18-yard line.
So for the 2nd time in this one, we get set to see the Falcons offense. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 the score as they start 1st and 10. Here's a run on 1st down that won't even get back to the line of scrimmage. He will lose a yard. 2nd and 11.
Behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11.
And once more, this play going in the wrong direction. The Saints get to him behind the line again.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. Now this time he'll look to throw. Got a man and he hits him in stride. And he is going to have a Falcons 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Able to convert on 3rd and 14. A terrific play call. Eluding the pressure right. And he finds a man with a crossing route. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a 1st down.
Play action. Here's Hurts. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
3-yard line.
So that'll back him up 5.
Still 2nd down.
Second down. Here's Hurts. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete.
Hurts.
Give him 6 on the play, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12.
Gain of 6. Brings up 3rd and 12.
Hurts sets up to throw it. They'll roll him out right, and that is incomplete. So on 4th down, here's Johnny Townsend to punt it. He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Oh, he takes it in, doesn't let it bounce. He takes it at the 2. That'll be a net of only 30 here. 40-yard punt, 10 on the return. And the Saints will take over with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. The drive starts with a completion left side, and he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down. Here's Jackson. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. Give him 14 on that one and a 1st down.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. Throwing again. Jackson. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
And they give this time to the tailback. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. The offense going to stay out there. They've converted once, failed once. What can they do here on 4th down? They'll indeed go for it with Jackson escaping the pressure right. The attempt on the dive, and he has it. What a catch. Defensively, a bit of a collapse, allowing the 4th down play to result in 23 yards.
That is definitely what we call our defense an uh-oh play. And what you mean by that is against Lamar Jackson, when you see him out of the pocket, your first thought is, uh-oh, he's going to try and run it. How do I get to him and get him on the ground? And guess what? That didn't happen, and his receivers took advantage.
Boy, nowhere to go at all on that 1st down run as they will get to him behind the line of scrimmage.
This defense has really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
Jackson will throw again. Steps away to his left. He'll try and run it. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first.
And the Saints.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. Now it's Jackson. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete.
Basically, you're not going to outwork 2 guys very often.
Double coverage. I thought he was going to go somewhere else with the football. I get it. That's a stud wide receiver. You want to try to get him the football.
Yeah, sometimes you rely on him a bit too much. You forget the other options that are out there.
The third down battle won by Atlanta's defense. Solid coverage.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on third down.
On is Josh Lambo for the field goal try. This one from 38 yards away. And this one's not close. Not even close. Short and to the right. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is.
7.
Always disappointing when you miss a field goal, but when you're playing against a defense this good, you and I both know that's a crucial miss because you can't afford to leave any points out there. You've got to take them when you can.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on the early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss there, now 3rd and 14. Hurts. And he's got his man in stride, complete. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down.
He wasn't the primary target, but I think it was almost like a check down situation, wasn't it?
Yeah, hoping he could break some tackles, a big tight end, but he couldn't do it.
Yeah, get it to that big frame and hope he can scatter some bodies, unable to get it done.
This is brought in at the 21. A beautiful spin and room to run. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. But let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out?
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. Had a nice move, but can't break away. Down just inside the 30. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Here's Jackson to throw. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
And the London first down.
And Jackson throwing once more. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. He was looking for Jack Doyle that time. But it's going to be 2nd down.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. To throw is Jackson. The 3rd down battle won by Atlanta's defense. Solid coverage.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap. He locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
And Lambo will put this one through, and the lead moves to 10-zip.
10. Falcons.
So he gets a shot at atoning for the earlier miss here in the first half and able to knock it through.
And what a relief for him, don't you think? Because how many games have we done where kickers missed one early and never gotten a chance to atone for it the rest of the game? That's a lot to carry around.
And that one bounces out of the back of the end zone, so we'll start the drive at the 25 on the touchback. A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. They haven't been able to get him on track. They haven't been able to get this offense on track. No points so far.
Maybe it's time to start doing it.
And got his man complete. 20, 10, touchdown, Falcons. A big play there. His third touchdown now on the year. And the Falcons are able to show off their quick strike ability.
If you didn't know it, it won't surprise you to find out that this team leads the league in scoring. They've been a quick strike team all season long. There's another example. They did it again. This offensive coordinator, right now you can write his ticket towards being a head coach. He's advanced in the ways of offense.
Here's Ayuk on the return. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
Saints take over 1st and 10. At their own 20.
There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. We're in the second quarter. They've got the lead. The lead, though, not so much because of the ground game, because of their air attack, Charles.
So what they're seeing so far is the possibility of things loosening up later in the ground game. Through the air first, maybe they have to start respecting that even more as the game goes on, and then there will be running lanes to find lit.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 32. And he is not quite going to make it all the way in. They'll mark him down right about the 1-yard line.
It certainly feels like the classic second guess, but let's be honest about it. They had a chance going to halftime with the lead. Why did they take a chance with a throw there? I don't understand that.
Well, that's what I'm wondering. And now this defense has to try to protect that lead going into the locker room. Rolling to his... And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Taking it in from a yard out. And the Falcons have taken the lead.
Lining up for the point after.
CD for them. This has just been an offensive explosion here in the second quarter.
Yeah, held scoreless in the first quarter. Now they find the end zone again here in the second. Sometimes you just have to have some patience. A lot of people think it's always an adjustment. You have to change what you're doing. Sometimes you just have to do your game plan just a little bit better. And I think that's part of what we're seeing here.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. Here's Ayuk on the return. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
Lamar Jackson marching back onto the field. He's likely still kicking himself from the interception last drive that wound up leading to a go-ahead score.
And he's going to assume all that came with that one, all right? That's all on him, but he also knows he's got to erase it from his mind and get back out there. This drive, very important.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And nearly picked off. Surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but it does get away and it's second down.
Makes it 2nd and 10 at the 21-yard line.
To throw again, Jackson. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
And partner, to me, that one was all about timing. If he's there too early, it's going to be a pass interference call. If he's too late, it's a completed pass. He was Johnny on the spot on that one.
Here's Jackson to throw on third down. And that will be incomplete.
Well, they came up with points in their first 2 possessions, but it looks like they'll come up empty here on their third drive. The defense finally starting to get locked into them a little bit. Might have to go a little bit deeper into their playbook on their next possession.
The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th. They'll try and throw for it here. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off at the 36. And he's given his guys a shot for late points as they will take over in range for a field goal or maybe more. I know it appeared he was saying, hey, give me the football, I'm open, but I don't know if that's a pass that he should have thrown there.
Well, I don't think we've ever met a wide receiver that doesn't think he is open or is about to be open.
True.
So when you throw your hand up in the air and tell your quarterback, hey, I'm available, he's trusting that you are. In this case, he was not, and it turned into disaster for them.
And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now.
It's now 2nd and 10.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Here's Hurts to throw. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
First and goal at the 3-yard line.
Throwing is Hurts. And this is caught for a Falcon touchdown. From 3 yards out. And the Falcons will extend their lead.
You get down near the goal line, this is where having a sure-handed tight end becomes a luxury. And it pays off big time, especially when the defense sells out against the run. And he finds himself open for an easy touchdown.
Going to fake it. And this fake extra point attempt failed big time. Not only did they not get it, they went backwards.
Okay, they went for the fake off of the extra point attempt. It's a long way to go, and they didn't get there. Didn't get it completed successfully. Did someone dare them to do that? Did someone double dog dare them to do that?
I was going to ask you, maybe they saw something on film, but do you see something on film when those to try something from the 15 on a PAT? I don't know.
The only thing they needed to see on film there was a snap, a hold, and someone kicking the ball through the post.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
So due to time constraints, we move you forward in today's broadcast to the beginning of the third quarter.
Saints 10. Josh Lambo set to kick off.
The Falcons back to receive. They've got the lead, and they'll get this football as the second half gets underway. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. So here are the Falcons to take over on offense. They were losers last week to Carolina, but they've got the lead here as they begin this drive 1st and 10. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a third here, and it's good for a first. On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off around the 37.
Hurts pass intercepted by the Saints. They'll take over first.
That is just what this defense was hoping for, an interception on the opening possession of this third quarter.
Obviously didn't want to surrender a touchdown and fall even farther behind, and we've gotten to know this team a little bit, haven't we? Couldn't you just see their defensive leaders telling the offensive guys, telling the quarterback, don't worry, we got you to start things off. You take it from there.
And out of bounds right around the 20. They'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
Looking to throw again on second down. Jackson, nearly picked. And maybe lucky there. This guy doesn't drop any defensively. Third down.
It's third down. And 5 yards to go.
Jackson from the shotgun. Flushed out right. The third down battle won by Atlanta's defense. Solid coverage.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
And he'll have the first down, getting this one to the 14-yard line. Well, we kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it, but in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. This time, Jackson will throw it. He'll buy some time right. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
And the passing windows are just not there, and that's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
Jackson now on 2nd and 10. This will be caught at about the 6.
And the Saints are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line.
That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there. Jackson now toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
In the end zone.
Well, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal.
Again, Jackson sliding out of the pocket. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect him to have more completions to him in this game.
Fourth down, here's Jackson. Flush to his right. And my goodness, this is incomplete. They're turned away on 4th and goal. And instead of having a 1-score game, they'll remain 2 scores down. Well, certainly not the way that they were hoping that possession would end, failing to convert on 4th.
And now they've got to make sure that they keep their poise, they keep their confidence. Just because it didn't work once doesn't mean if they get that same situation.
Under pressure, and down he goes in the end zone, and that's a safety. And you know, the man who sat in my chair the last few years, he has a theory. These plays, these safeties, they're so rare. Maybe they should be worth more than 2, maybe 4 points.
I think he's got a great point. I really do, Brandon. But I would go ahead and up it to 6. I'm a former defender.
Whoa.
To me, that's like scoring a touchdown.
Easy now. I'll go 4. I don't know about 6.
Come on, come on, come up to 6.
That's a lot of points. Now the Saints, they trot their offense out here. And last time they were very fortunate, this offense. They went for it on 4, turned it over in their own territory. But the other guys held up. They didn't give up any points.
So how about the guy with the #1 headset on the sidelines, the head coach? That was planned going into it, not necessarily to not get the first down or to have the defense have to hold up.
But he trusted his defense.
Trusted his defense very much, and I think that's how he's going to play.
Rush coming, and he's taken down.
Jackson sacked.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. But he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
Another try after the first down sack. Jackson finding his safety valve here. That's complete. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
On the play. And it's 3rd down.
Jackson looking to throw on 3rd. Being chased out left. He may try and run for this. Taking matters into his own hands, and he picks up 4 yards and a first down.
We just saw a nice example of why teams often bring in baseball guys to teach quarterbacks how to slide in key situations. You want to protect your franchise guy. Make sure he doesn't get hurt. He did exactly that on that play. A perfect slide to avoid the big hit and pick up a first down.
A gain of 6 there on first.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. He's got Jack Doyle. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
At the 20.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Jackson, incomplete.
Jackson's pass, incomplete. It's 3rd down.
This will be the 8th play of the drive here. 3rd and 4. To throw again is Jackson. And this is going to be incomplete.
Incomplete. Brings up 4th down.
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. They're going on 4th down. It's Jackson. And that would not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time has now run out on this 3rd quarter play. Back now here on EA Sports. It's the Falcons. They've got the football. They've got the lead as we get set to start the 4th. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. This now a chance at the very least to burn some clock following that 4th down stop. Points would be ideal for some breathing room, no doubt, and really a field goal would be huge. That would make it a 2-score game. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
All right, that's a decent game there, but it hasn't been his best game overall. So I wonder what the mindset is of his team. Do they want him to handle the football and try and close this game out? Or are they going to make an alternative plan and maybe go in a different direction?
I think they need him, and this is his time to shine. They'll throw on 1st down with Hurts. He's got his man on the crossing route. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays.
41-yard line.
And he'll give it here to his running back. First by him near the 35. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. That's good for 21 yards and a first down. This offensive line starting to win up front. You win that battle in the trenches, you can kind of wear them down here late.
So you bring in the second part to that equation, and that's the big running back, the big bruiser, who can get more than what's blocked and break a few extra tackles and gain yardage.
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off at the 17. There he goes right side. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Well, you don't want to coach him, Charles, to stay in the pocket on every play, but I guess that's the danger of getting outside of the pocket, extending a play, and making a bad throw. Turns into 6 points the other way.
Yeah, sometimes when you get outside the pocket, your vision actually gets obscured a little bit, or you narrow it down too much, and you don't see all the defenders in the area.
And this is caught. And they've got the lead here in the 4th. Still time to work with on the clock, but they wanted a tie now, and they got it.
And I love their aggressiveness. Go ahead and get it done, get the game tied. Now your team has the momentum, and you're staring across the field saying, let's see if you can match us.
And a fair catch called for and made just outside the 15-yard line.
The Falcons take over 1st and 10 at their own 16.
Atlanta now coming out on the field. We'll see if they can grab the lead. Either way, what a job their defense did to force the turnover on downs to set up this opportunity. Well, we had a number of good games in the afternoon sessions, but this Sunday nighter might top them all. So we come up here on 1st and 10. Here's a throw, complete right side to start things out. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here.
At the 25-yard line.
Hurts sets up to throw it. He'll get this to his tight end. It's Jonnu Smith. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 15 yards on the play, first down. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
And to give this time to the tailback. And he'll work free from one tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. The big man, Jarrell Casey, in on the stop.
Brings up 2nd and 8.
Eluding the pressure right. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off at the 13. And a very good return as he takes us all the way up to the 35-yard line. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the 2nd week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a first down.
First down, London.
So it's Saints football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Jackson on first down. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown.
Touchdown, London.
A big play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the forced fumble defensively leads to 6 points for the Saints.
Hey, that score deserves our respect, deserves our excitement. But I'm looking at the clock, and I'm thinking there's a long way to go in this one.
Ideally, they would have liked to milk a little bit more time off. Now on the other sideline, you start to get the crew together and say, this is what we practiced the 2-minute drill for, right?
Yeah, you hope you've been in that situation before, and if you haven't, you just have the confidence, hey, let's go down there and get this thing done. But, boy, that's a big score right there to give them the advantage.
At their own 25-yard line.
So all eyes on the Falcons. Down by 7. At time, a huge factor. They've surrendered a double-digit lead but can rescue themselves late as they come up on first down. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
He's tackled at the 32-yard line.
Looks like we'll get a timeout as there's a Saints player down here on the field. We'll check on his status when we get back. Now a handoff here to his running back. And some room to maneuver. And he's going to have a Falcons first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
Saints 37-yard line.
Play action. Here's Hurts. Forced out to his left. gain on the play, and it'll bring up third.
Well, he strung it out as far as he could, and I like the fact that he kept his eyes downfield, but he finally ran out of time and room. But I'll take that over forcing it downfield and possibly having it intercepted.
They'll look to throw. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. 12 yards is the pickup. Good for a first down for the Falcons. He'll look to throw. And he can't hang on to it. That would have sealed him. Instead, second down.
It's now 2nd and 10 at the 25-yard line.
He's back to throw. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10. And I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half. Back to throw. Pretty solid gain of 7 yards that time as he scrambled, but now they face a 4th down. They'll try and run for it. And yes, he's into the end zone. So they get the late score they needed. And now the extra point can tie this thing up in the final minute.
And while it appears the heavy lifting was accomplished by scoring the touchdown, they're still down 1. That extra point is not a gimme.
Coup for the extra point. And no sweat. He puts it through, and we are tied here in the 4th. So the drive goes 75 yards, 10 plays. And the touchdown and PAT mean we are tied here in the final minute of play. Boy, hard to ask for a better game thus far. 27 apiece is our score as the kick's away.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
London about set to take over on offense. They have a little bit of time here to get into field goal range. Not much. A tie game, you don't want to do anything crazy, right?
I agree with you on that one. Risk reward, okay? If you go for it, what is the absolute reward on this? But the risk is probably greater. Run the clock out, get to overtime, and try and win it there.
All right, we'll see if they do just that. Looking left side, he's got it, complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. And here come the whistles and a timeout with 7 seconds left. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Here's Jackson. He sets to fire deep. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off at the 36. And what an effort on the final play of regulation. All zeros on the clock, and we are headed to OT.
The score.
And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. Here's Ayuk on the return. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
Ayuk on the return. The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 24.
Now the Saints offense, they get ready to go back to work here. They're set for their first drive here in overtime, and this is where the crowd can really become a factor.
They've had to battle it all day, but I know what you're saying. In overtime, that gets doubled, doesn't it? At least, because now the crowd really wants to be involved and help their team, and that first drive can dictate the whole thing because they know if this team takes it downfield and scores a touchdown, it's game over.
It's been loud in here so far. 23 yards on the play. From the gun, it's Jackson. You know, Lamar Jackson. Oh, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 30. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. A costly mistake here in OT.
And you know what they say, when you throw an interception like that in overtime, you don't usually get a chance to throw a second one. I mean, I'm not sure the analytics on it. Let's ask Marvin, our statistician, to ring that down for us. That's typically how coaches and teams feel about it. If you throw one, you likely cost yourself the game.
Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down. Hurts fumbles it. The Saints say they have it, and they do.
Hurts on the keeper. Fumble on the play.
And a costly mistake. Coaches talk so much about ball security, and in overtime, so paramount.
Partner, do you ever wonder if maybe they talk about it too much?
Too much, yeah.
Doesn't seem like you can, but maybe by discussing it time and time again, and you know they overemphasized it here, it almost became self-fulfilling.
And any points beat them here, field goal or a touchdown now. And he finds a man on a crossing route. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A good pickup there, 21 yards. That last pass puts him over 300 yards now in the game. More importantly, though, big first down here in OT.
And the team around him has a lot of confidence now after picking up that first down. Everyone seems a little more energized. But did I hear you before the game call in and say, this is my quarterback for your fantasy league? Because he just gave you a good stat, didn't he?
He did, and I appreciate it. It's a first down on a gain of 10. And I know you with every carry, especially in overtime, you're just saying, if you're that ball carrier, hold on to the football.
Hold on to it, protect it, but not necessarily settle it, because you're trying to get to the end zone. You're trying to end the game right here. And I know the defensive guys poking, clawing, raking, trying to knock the ball free and protect their end zone.
Yeah, like you alluded to, especially this part of the field. From the 4, this is second down and 1. Here's Jackson to throw, and that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down. They tried to throw on second down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. Here's Jackson. Escaping the pressure right. And this will be caught. Touchdown. They needed overtime to get it done, but put this one in the win column. Partner, a great game that we got to see and making it extra special. Not only did I get 4 quarters with you in this one, I got some overtime, a little whipped cream on top.
Look at you, trying to make this whole thing palatable.
I just want you to pay for my meal later.
You really just wanted 4 quarters what you wanted. But how much fun was that? We had that type of a game where we got us to overtime, and then we got